This week in Nerd History, these are the voyages. That was the title of the final episode of Star Trek Enterprise, the fifth live-action Star Trek television show set in the early days of Starfleet, with the very first crew of the very first Enterprise, with its captain, Jonathan Archer, played by the amazing Scott Bakula. Coming at the end of just its fourth season, 3 seasons short of the 3 Star Trek shows before it, this episode opted to bring in Commander Riker and Deanna Troi aboard the Enterprise D to review the events this finale covered through the eyes of Starfleet's future. Airing on May 13th, 2005, this episode was widely panned by critics, fans, and even the cast itself, saying that too much was taken away from the main cast in order to essentially make a quasi-Next Generation episode instead. While it wasn't apparent at the time, there was a reason for the heavy tie-ins to the much-beloved Next Generation. Upon the completion of the show, a streak of 18 years of new Star Trek episodes would come to an end. More than that, it was also planned that this would be the end of the Star Trek saga as a whole, having come full circle. Producer Brandon Barga admitted that while the cast was upset with his choices, he defended them, as this would not just end Enterprise, but end Star Trek. Newspapers covering Enterprise's cancellation and its final episode often said the failure of Enterprise was evident that the franchise had moved too far from its roots and grown too dark. Of course, as we all know, this was not the end of Star Trek, as we will soon have 5 Star Trek series running in the same year in short order. And of course, those of you who've been watching Discovery or Picard, well, you know things have gotten, a good bit darker. Today's Star Trek is certainly going a different direction than it was 16 years ago as Enterprise turned out the lights. But love it or hate it, Star Trek's legacy is still boldly going strong. I'm Radio Matt. See you next time for more